Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Yasir Gulfraz and our today's session is, hello, can you hear me guys? Okay, our today's session is evaluate various tool and approaches to strategy implementation plan. So this is our third lecture of strategic management series. In our today's lecture, uh, we will discuss evaluating tools and approaches for implementing a strategy plan. So this topic is very important for ensuring that strategic goals are effectively realized through well-planned and executed strategies. So indicative contents, main indicative contents are developing approaches, vision, mission, and strategic goals. Then we will discuss proposing a suitable structure, stakeholders identification and role analysis. And then third one is developing and agreed strategy, plan, organizational culture analysis, understanding basic values, smart target selection, resources, audit, risk analysis. So if anyone is there, can you guys see my screen? Can you hear my voice? Any issues, please? If there is any issue, please do let me know, then I will try to resolve for you. So key terminology. What is vision statement? Example, LinkedIn vision statement. Mornings, Osama. Good morning, Osama. Um, uh, I think so. There is a problem from your side. I never can hear you. Okay. So can you look at your voice, please? Can you hear me, Osama? Can you hear me? Yeah, but yes, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Okay. So I think so. You need to check your voice issues or something else. Anyway, so key terminology. What is vision statement? Vision statement is a long-term description of what a company wants to achieve in the future. It often outlines the company's aspiration over a period ranging from 5 to 10 years or even longer to provide the overall direction for the organizations following it to stay focused on its long-term goals. For example, IKEA, LinkedIn vision statement create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. IKEA aims to create a better everyday life for many people. Other example including Zoom visions to empower people through video communication and also Tesla ambition to transition the world towards electric vehicles. What is mission statement? Can you see my screen and can you hear my voice? Everything is okay, Osama? Any
Yes,
questions?
yes, yes.
Yeah, because I have to hear you as well. I think so. There was issue with your voice. Uh, you know.
Okay, I'll try to sort it.
Okay, no problem. So mission statement is a brief explanation of why yeah, mission statement is a brief explanation why an organization exists and what it aims to accomplish. It is more immediate than a vision statement and focuses on the core objectives, the business approach and the value the company provide to its customers and the market. Again, if you look at Tesla mission statement is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. This is a clear reflection of what Tesla does and how it plans to create values. LinkedIn mission statement to connect the world's professionals to make them more productive and successful. So, uh, other example like PayPal aim to provide convenient and secure payment solutions which define its core business objectives and the value it provides. Difference between vision and mission statement. A vision statement, as you can see here, a statement differs in terms of their purposes and focus. Vision statement outlined the desired uh, uh, a desired future position of the company. It is aspirational and highlights the long-term objectives of the organization. Any questions so far?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So stakeholder is any party that then an interest in the company and can either affect or be affected by the businesses. Stakeholders are divided into two main categories, internal and external. So internal stakeholders include employees, managers, and owners, while external stakeholders consist of customers, suppliers, creditors, government agencies, and society at large. So Menlo matrix, this is a tool used to analyze and map stakeholders based on their power and interest in an organization's here power refers to the stakeholders ability to influence the organization's strategy, while interest reflect how concerned the stakeholders is with the organization's success. Stakeholders with high power and high interest need to be closely managed as their opinions and actions can significantly affect the company. Stakeholders with high power but low interest should be kept satisfied to prevent them from becoming more engaged in ways that could disrupt the company. Those with low power but high interest should be kept informed to maintain their support, while stakeholders with low power and low interest require minimal attention. Stakeholders analysis video. Stakeholders analysis is an important tool for identifying and understanding the individuals or groups that can affect or to be affected by a business or project. Uh, Stakeholders are categorized based on their interest in and power over the company's activities. So Mendeley matrix is a common method for analyzing stakeholders by evaluating their levels of power and interest. So here, if you look at here, there are four types of stakeholders in this matrix. First, stakeholders with high power and high interest need to be managed closely. These individuals or groups must be fully engaged and their concerns should be prioritized to ensure their stakeholders. Example includes major investors or top management. Second, with stakeholder with high power, but high power but low interest should be kept satisfied, although they do not need constant updates. Their influence means that enough attention must be given to them to ensure they remain content with the organization's progress. Third, stakeholders with low power but high interest should be kept informed. These stakeholders may not have significant control over the company, but their keen interest in the company's operation requires regular communication to ensure they remain engaged. Lastly, stakeholders with both low power and low interest can simply to monitor, while these individuals or groups do not require frequent updates. It is still important to ensure they do not become dissatisfied due to a lack of attentions or excessive communication. Any question, Osama?
Thank you.
Okay. So, what is situational analysis in strategic management? So, situational analysis is a method used to evaluate both the internal and external factors affecting a business. Uh, this analysis provides valuable insight that help guide strategic planning and decision making. It creates a foundational understanding of the business environment, helping organizations prioritize their actions effectively. So there are several components involved in a situational analysis. Uh, First, the analysis look at the internal factors, including the company's vision, goals, and strategies. Uh, this step evaluate whether the company is meeting its stated objectives. If external factors are another important of a situational analysis, these factors include competitors, market conditions, and regulatory environments. So, by understanding the external landscape, companies can adjust their strategies to align with current market trends and government policies. So as you know, we discussed in SWOT in our previous lecture, SWOT analysis, which identifies a company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So SWOT framework helps businesses recognize whether they stand and how they can leverage their strengths while addressing weaknesses. Additionally, it adds in identifying potential market opportunities and threats from competitors or other external factors. Components components of a situation analysis. uh, Components of situation analysis involves a comprehensive assessment of various aspects of business. These include the company's overall vision, strategy, and goals. By analyzing whether these goals are being met, companies gain a clearer understanding of their current position and their ability to achieve long-term success. Key areas of focus in the company's products and services, a detailed analysis of a current offering as well as potential future products helps businesses determine their market viability. Conducted market research with potential customers is essential for gaining insights into their preferences and identifying areas for improvement. Any questions, Sama?
Thank you.
Okay. Distribution and opportunities. Another critical aspect of situation analysis is distribution. This involves evaluating how a company goal gets its products to the market and comparing it with competitors. Strengths effective distribution channels are vital for delivering products to the target market efficiently and cost effectively. Identifying market opportunities through unmet or undeserved customer needs represents another component of situational analysis. Business environment, current business environment, uh, also the situational analysis also includes examining the external environment that affects a company operational operations. Several external factors can influence a business, such as the economy, competitors, and government regulations. So these factors are typically outside of the company's control and must be considered when developing strategies. So also he's talking about pestle analysis. Have you ever heard about pestle analysis?
No.
So pestle analysis is a basically tool used to assess external factors. Okay, so external factors. This framework focuses on political, pestle P for political, then economic, social, T for technological, L legal, and E environmental factors. So political factors include the impact of government policies, regulations, elections on the business environment. Economic factors look at trends such as taxes, inflation, trade policies. Social factors involves customer lifestyles, demographics, and cultural trends, which can influence demand for products or services. Technological factors assess how innovation and advancements in technology impact the businesses, while legal factors review relevant laws such as safety regulations and employment standards. And finally, environmental factors examine the influence of climate change and environmental regulations on a business opportunities. So there are basically three common methods for analyzing business environment. The five C's, Porter's five forces, and SWOT analysis. So five C's analysis, situation analysis. Five C's are company, customers, competitors, collaborators, and climate. So company segment involves analyzing the organization's strengths, weaknesses, goals, and market position. Customers segment focuses on the target market, including their purchasing habits, satisfactions levels, and perceived value of the company's product. Companies look at the strengths and weaknesses of rivals. By understanding the competitions, businesses can find ways to improve their products or services and gain a competitive edge in the market. Collaborators are the partners, suppliers, and distributors that help delivers the company's products to the market. Building strong relationships with collaborators ensures smooth operations and access to resources that support the business. Finally, climate or environment examine the broader environment in which the businesses operates. This include economic conditions, government policies, and cultural factors that influence business operations and some companies' activities. Uh, Three categories of risk. Uh, there are three main categories of risk: preventable risks, strategic risk, and external risks. So risk management involves identifying, assessing, and mitigating risks that could impact a company. So as we said, there are three type of risk. Preventable risks are internal and arise from within the organizations. So these risks are controlled through compliance system, rules, and internal audits. Strategic risks are associated with the company's business strategies. Managers must openly discuss these risks and find cost-effective ways to mitigate them. Key risk indicators and stress testing can help foresee and reduce the impact of these risks on strategic objectives. Finally, external risks comes from outside the company and are often beyond its control. These includes risk related to economic conditions, natural disasters, or political changes. So external risk requires careful planning, scenario testing, and resources allocation to minimize their impact. Example of risk management should be integrated into a company's strategic planning. Successful companies often use uh, uh, established framework like the balanced scorecard to align risk discussions with business objectives. For example, an Indian IT services company developed its risk strategy by focusing on business objectives specified in its corporate scorecard. So, a key goal for Infosys was to grow client relationships measured by the number of global clients with annual billing over $50 million. Company recognized that this strategy introduced a new risk, client default. Previously, when the companies relied on a smaller client, a single default posed minimal risk. But as the company expanded to large client, the risk increased. To manage this, Infosys monitored the credit default swap rates of its largest client to identify potential issues early. By aligning risk management with strategic objectives, companies can identify and manage risks more effectively, ensuring that their growth strategies are resilient to potential challenges. Any question, Osama?
Thank you.
Okay. Create a relevant vision, mission, and strategic goals for organizations. Choose organizations, refer research and mission, vision. Uh, Basically, strategic talking about strategic planning, it is important to define the vision, mission, and strategic goals of the organizations. A company vision outlines its long-term objectives and where it aspires to be in the future. Mission statement describes the company's purpose and how it plans to achieve its goals. For example, an organization's vision may focus on becoming a leader in sustainable energy. Its mission could be to provide innovation, environmental friendly solution to meet global energy needs. So the strategic goals would then outline specific actions such as investing in renewable energy projects for or increasing energy efficiency by a certain percentage over the next 5 years. Identify vision, mission, and goals. So, in strategic development, it is essential to establish clear objectives that align with the company's goals. The SMART framework is commonly used to ensure that objectives are specific, measurable, A means achievable, then realistic, and finally T time bound. Specific objectives clearly define what needs to be achieved and outlines the step of reach the goals. Measurable objectives include clear criteria for evaluating progress, such as reaching a certain percentage of market share or conducting a specific number of market campaigns. Also, objective should also be achievable within the given time framework and resources available. Unrealistic goals can demotivate teams and lead to failure. Realistic goals are grounded in practical considerations, ensuring that they can be achieved with the resources and constraints the companies faces. Lastly, objectives must be time bound with the clear deadlines for achieving the set goals. This helps keeps the team focused and ensures that progress can be tracked and evaluated. Purpose is a suitable structure for an organizations that fits strategic plan. Uh, Organization always has a unique structure that support its strategic plan. So the strategic plan typically reflects how the organization is organized in terms of departments, roles, and responsible. For example, functional structure divided the organization into departments based on specific functions, such as marketing, finance, and human resources. This type of structure works well organizations focused on efficiency and specializations. In contrast, a matrix structure combines functional and product-based structures, allowing for more flexibility and cross-functional collaboration. So this is often seen in companies that work on multiple projects and need to be allocate resources across different departments. So the strategic plan of the organization aligns with the structure. Uh, for example, if a company's strategic goal is to increase innovation, it may adopt a more flexible structure to encourage collaboration and exchange of idea across department. What is a resourced strategy? Resource-based view is a model that focuses on uh, uh, focuses on a company's internal resources as they keep to achieving the sustaining a competitive advantage. So according to RBV or resource-based view, if a company resources are valuable, rare, and organized, they can help the firm, outperform competitors. So RBV emphasized that companies should look within to find their resources of competitive advantage rather than relying solely or single on or on external factors. Resources can be classified as either tangible and intangible. Tangible resources including physical assets like land, building, machinery, and capital. So these are easily acquired by competitors, which means they offer little long-term advantages. But when we talk about intangible resources such as brand reputations, normally it calls goodwill, or intellectual property and organizational cultures are difficult for competitors to replicate. So these intangible assets often become the foundation of companies' sustained competitive advantage as they cannot be easily bought or copied. Uh, According to the RBV or resource-based view, it is more feasible to exploit external opportunities using existing resources than to acquire new skills for every opportunity. In this model, resources play a critical role in helping uh, companies achieve higher performance. So again, as we already discussed, intangible and tangible assets. Tangible uh, assets or resources are physical assets like land, machinery, and equipment. Intangible resources like goodwill and intellectual property. Goodwill mean brand reputations. So they are built over time and cannot be easily, copied by competitors. So these intangible assets are often serve as the main source of a company's sustainable competitive advantage, helping the business stand out in a crowded market. So in simple terms or in simple words, RBV or resource-based view suggests that firm should focus on developing and protecting their unique resources, particularly intangible ones, to maintain a competitive edge in the long run. Uh, a resource-based view of a strategic management asserts that resources are heterogeneous across firms. This means that companies possess unique sets of skills, capabilities, and resources that differ from one another. If all organizations had identical resources, they would likely employ similar strategies, resulting in no significant competitive advantage. In such a scenario, firms would merely replicate each other's actions, leading to a state of perfect competitions where no company could outperform others. A fundamental assumptions of the RBV is that resources are immobile, so meaning they do not move freely between companies, especially in the short term. So this immobility ensures that companies cannot easily replicate each other's resources or strategies. For example, intangible resources such as brand equity, organizational process, and intellectual property are typically immobile. So these resources are unique to each companies and contribute significantly to its competitive advantage because they cannot be easily transferred or duplicated. They play an important role in maintaining firm strategic edge. Uh, VRIO or VRIO framework. VRIO framework is an extension of the earlier VRIN framework used to assess whether resources can provide a sustained competitive advantage. Uh, Value resources must add value to the firms and enhancing differentiations, reducing productions. Rarity resources must be rare and not widely or not widely to imitable by competitors. Uh, by other firms, processed by other firms, and imitability, or you can, I mean, should be difficult and costly to imitate by competitors or copied by competitors. Organizations, the firm must be organized to exploit these resources effectively. So resources and capabilities that meet all these criteria are deemed to provide sustained competitive advantage. They allow firms to outperform rivals by leveraging unique and difficult to replicate resources while being structured to maximize their benefits. Uh, View question of values, VRIO, again, rarity, imitability, and organizations. So question of value, resources are valuable if they contribute to increasing the value offered to customers. Question of rarity, resources that are unique and available to only one or a few companies are considered rare. So when many firms possess the same resources, it leads to competitive, parity where no single firm has a distinct advantage. Imitability, even if resources is valuable and rare, it must also be costly to competitors to imitate. If rivals can easily replicate the resources, the competitive advantage may only be temporary. And then finally, question of resources. A firm must be organized to leverage valuable, rare, and cost to imitate resources effectively. A resource alone does not confer advantage unless the firm is structured to exploit it properly. Views and views of competitive advantage: compare industrial organizations and resources-based views offer different perspectives on achieving competitive advantage. Focuses on positioning uh, positioning with the industry. It emphasizes understanding the characteristics of the industry and its firm positions within it. So strategic choices involve selecting an attractive industry and positioning the firm effectively within it. So the industrial organization view is concerned with external factors and competitive dynamics. So if we talk about resource-based view, centers on possessing unique organizational assets and capabilities. It emphasizes the type, amount, and nature of a firm resources as source of competitive advantage. Strategic choice involves developing and leveraging unique resources and capabilities. So the resource-based view is focused on internal competencies and resources. Any question, Osama, so far?
No, thank you.
Okay. So create a resource strategy implementation plan. The important, the implement a resource based strategy. A firm must first identify and utilize its resources effectively. For example, companies like Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, Apple, Samsung, and Sony each use their unique resources to gain a competitive advantage. Resources, inputs required for productions or service delivery. Capabilities, the firm's ability to integrate resource effectively to perform specific tasks. Competitive advantage, the ability to outperform rivals through unique resources and capabilities. Attractive industry, the industry should offer opportunities that can be leveraged through the firm's resources. So, developing a strategy involves aligning the firm's resources with market opportunities to achieve above average returns. The firm must create a plan that maximize the use of its unique assets and capabilities while addressing the external environment and industry dynamics. So here are some references, and also you can get materials on your learning management system. That's it for today. Any questions, concerns, issues, Osama? Anything?
Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you very much for joining me this morning, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock, okay?
Okay,
So if
thank
you
you.
have any question, you can drop me an email at yasir@ukversity.co.uk.
Okay,
So
thank
thank you very much, Usama, and
you.
I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock, okay?
Okay, thank you.